particular topic, we're going to discuss the case study how to calculate the reverberation time or the RC60. So actually, this is one of the choices for the journal report. Okay. So actually, this case study is one of the easiest and was the most applicable thing that we can use on our daily lives. So without further ado, let's get started. So in order for us to understand this kind of case study or this kind of project, we should have a scenario problem that actually mimics the real life scenario. So for a scenario problem, so a certain room is in the shape of rectangular parallelepiped. So rectangular parallelepiped, as we can know, that is something like a cone. So let me change first the color of my pen. So here, so that is something like a cube in the shape of a rectangle, something like that. So the length is equal to 6 meters, the height is 4 meters, and the weight is 5 meters. So we're asked to calculate the reverberation time RT60 if the ceiling has a padding that has an absorption coefficient of 0.05, the wall is concrete wall painted, and the floor is carpeted. So actually, this 0.05 is in unit of sunlight. So we have two formulas that we should take into consideration in this problem. So before that, we have here a website, so that would be https://engineeringtoolbox.com. So this contains all of the acoustic sound absorption coefficients. So especially for this one, so concrete and carpeted, so that's just only described, but that means that this is another coefficient. So how do we solve that? So without further ado, let's now go to our solution board. Okay, so certain room, so what's the dimension? So that is 6 by 4 by 5. Okay, so let's draw that. So that is 6 meters long. Sorry for that. So that is 6 meters long. So that is 4 meter high. And the width is 5 meters. Oops, sorry for that. Let me just redraw. So this is 6, this is 5, and this is 4. Remember that the unit should be metric. But in our reference, the units are in English units. So that's it. The unit is in feet. Okay. So before that, we should know what is the formula in solving the reverberation time at 60. So RT60. Oops. Sorry for that. So RT60. So for RT60, that is equal to 24. The natural logarithm of 10 divided by our speed of sound in our room, so C, multiplied by our volume of our room, the volume of the space, divided by the absorption coefficient or the total absorption in sabines. So this is in cubic meter. So, at room temperature, 24 ln of 10 over C is equal to approximately 0.16. That is why in some books, it is directly substituted as 0.16 multiplied by V over A. Then we can now find the total reverberation time with 60. Okay. And this is actually what we call as the Sabines formula. This is insulin. Okay. Now, the first thing that we should do here is to find first our volume. So, by the way, if we don't know the value of C at a certain temperature and the room is not in room temperature, so we need to use two formulas. So actually, we have two formulas in solving for C. For Fahrenheit, So, pag Fahrenheit yan, okay, I'm sorry if I'm speaking in English. So, nakalimutan ko, some others prefer in Tagalog. Okay, so I'm sorry for that. So, pag Fahrenheit yan, ang formula for SIMO would be 49 square root of 460 plus T. So, yung iba kasi mas prefer ang Tagalog at mas naintindihan nila yung lecture pag Tagalog. And then, pag Celsius naman, so, C is now equal to 20 square root of 273 plus T. Wherein this is equal to what actually? 273 plus 3, pag Celsius, this is in Kelvin. This is in Rankine. Okay. But, ito yung ginagamit lang pag hindi natin alam yung C. But usually, we assume na room temperature ang ating scenario. So, room temperature, that's 0.16 V over A. So, let's first solve for our volume. So, what is the volume? So, volume is equal to the length times width times height. And that's equal to 5 times 6 times 4. So, 5 times 6 goes to 30 times 4 is 120 meter cube. So, that's now our volume. So, we have already solved our volume. So, yung A natin, that is not actually the area. That is the total surface areas, okay, multiplied with the absorption coefficients. Okay. So, ang sabi dyan, kasi may problem natin, yung ceiling daw ay merong absorption coefficient na, may absorption coefficient daw na 0.05. Let us call this as alpha. Okay, to solve for our A, that is simply equal to the summation of the values of our alpha multiplied by the surface areas. Meaning to say, iisa-isayin natin yung kada pisngi ng ating kwarto. So, if that is a rectangular parallelepiped, and we know that a rectangular parallelepiped is also a cube, therefore, that figure has how many faces? So, therefore, we have there 6 faces. So, kukunin natin ngayon yung ating mga kukunin muna natin yung mga surface area nito. Sorry for that. Let me erase this. So let's solve for our A. So unahin natin. So our figure is this, di ba? So redo lang natin dito. So 6, this is 5, this is 4. Okay. Unahin natin to, pisngi na ito. So itong pisngi na to, anong dimension niya? So that is 5 by 4. So 5 by 4, that is 20 meters squared. So therefore, that is 20 meters squared. Okay. So yan yung surface area sa may part na yon. Since dalawa siya, so that would be 2. So para hindi kayo malito, ikakalas ko na lang. Okay. So 20 meters squared times, hindi naman yan yung ceiling na 0.5, yung nabanggit natin dito. 0.05. But rather, that's a wall na concrete at painted. So for concrete and painted, referring to the website, that is equal to 0.07. So therefore, 20 meters squared times 0.07. Since dalawa yan, that would be another 20 meters squared times 0.07 plus, okay, ito, yung part na to, painted din yan, 6 times 4, so that's equal to 24. So 24, dalawa yan, so that would be 24 meters squared times 0.7 pa rin kasi wall yan. Okay, next. So tapos na natin yung mga lateral, nakaikot. So yung sahig ay carpeted daw. Okay. So what's the dimension of the floor? So that is 5 by 6. So meaning that would be 30 meters squared. So what's the absorption coefficient of the carpet according to the website? So that is 0.6 for a carpeted floor. And the ceiling has a padding with an absorption coefficient of 0.5. So same yan ang dimension ng floor, which is 30 meters squared times 0.05. So by the way, ano ba ang reverberation time natin na 60 na agreeable? That should be the range of 1.5 to 2.5 second. Else, reverberant siya or masyadong patay naman yung boses at baka hindi natin masyadong marinig na. Okay. So, i-total natin lahat ito by means of using our calculator. So that A now would then be equal to, so by using our calculator, so let me calculate that first. So we have here 20 times 0.07 plus 20 times 0.07 plus 24 times 0.07 plus 24 times 0.07 plus 30 times 0.0 times 0.6 plus 30 times 0.05. So that's equal now to 25.66 sabines. So may A na tayo. May volume tayo na equal sa 120 meter cube. So let's now substitute that sa ating sabines formula. So that would be equal to, so RT60 is equal to 0.16 times 120 over 25.66. So that would now be our answer. So that would be 0.16 times 120 divided by 25.66. So the answer now is 0.748. Actually, kung bumaba man siya sa 1.8, okay lang din. Bakit? Kasi ibig sabihin yung boses ay tamang patay lang or yung hindi siya masyadong nag-echo. Kumbaga, exact mo siya mairinig without the bouncing of the sound or yung parang effect na na bumabalik-balik at nag-echo siya. Okay. So, this is now our reverberation time at 60 and that is now our answer. So, ganun lang siya kabilis. So, what if now we don't know the formula? Say, for example, at temperature 26. So, i-calculate natin siya. So, C is equal to, of course, that is equal to 20 square root of, okay, in Kelvin. So, 26 plus 273. So, that's 299 square root of 299. So, that is 345 divided by that one. Okay. So, ito ngayon yung speed in sound. So, ano yung unit nito? So, that is in meter per second square. So, do you have any clarifications or questions with this one? Okay, actually, ganito yung gagawin natin sa ating isa sa choice na journal report. So, you will choose a certain room in your house, and then isosolve nyo yung ating reverberation time in 60. Okay. So, do you have any problems or questions with regards to the sample problem or the scenario problem? Okay. So if you have one, don't hesitate to ask me or don't hesitate to send me a private message on any possible medium. So thank you for listening and hope you're enjoying our lessons. So see you guys soon.